Well, happy 420 to all of you cannabis enjoyers out there. 420 was on Easter this year, so yeah, Easter's of course more important, but 420 shouldn't be overlooked. Cannabis is a wonderful plant when used correctly. It certainly can be abused, but God put it here, so I think it can be certainly used for good. It's helped me many times. It helps me with my creativity. It helps me focus. It increases interoception, which is like essentially the perception of what's going on in your body. You can better understand what's going on internally, so that can help with what people call the mind-muscle connection when working out. And yeah, I think the cannabis plant, when used, it's very complex, and it's a very complex plant when you look into it, and it's it's not just one thing. It's not just this THC that people talk about that gets you high. Like, the cannabis plant has so many compounds in it that interact with your body and can produce all sorts of different results, and it's just such a beautiful thing. And I don't know, it's just something I've always enjoyed, occasionally, especially before I work out. I enjoy to partake in some cannabis. So cheers to you guys if you enjoy. I know it's still sort of a taboo topic with things, and it's not something I talk about to everyone, because people have different perceptions of it, and it's definitely can be unhealthy in certain aspects, but if used properly, I think it's a wonderful thing. So yeah, this strain, I just had some, what is this? I think it's called Cap Junkie, but it's like a alien cookies rosin. My favorite strains have always been gassy ones. I do like the variety. I like the lemony and citrusy ones too, but my favorite cannabis strains have always been the gassy ones, OGs, and this is Cap Junkie's an alien cookies cross, I think, and it has some gassy notes, and it's also got some lemon. It's complex. Like, the plant is complex, and so yeah, just thought I'd share that. So yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go get some sun. Something else I like to try to do daily when it's nice out, if I can, is just sit in the sun for a bit. I also think it has lots of benefits, so I'm just gonna go relax in the sun for a bit, and yeah, I'll talk to you later.
This is called get back from the gym and eat anything that you possibly can before you go hypo.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Buddy, ready? Hello, people of the internet, YouTubers, tubers. So, I am officially 21 weeks out from my first national strongman competition. It's in Las Vegas in September, and yeah, it's a national competition, so it's going to be some serious competition, and I'm really excited. This is my first major strength event, and for those of you new to this channel, I'm really going to try to document myself just trying to reach the level of becoming an elite strength athlete, and this journey kind of starts right now. Yeah, like I said, 21 weeks out, it's in September. It's going to be fun to document this. It's kind of going to really, show how you periodize training, how you truly train for strength. I'm going to learn a ton along the way because this is the first time, like, I've been an athlete my whole life, but this will be the first time I've competed in like a strength competition of like serious caliber. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's really going to be pushing my body, my mind, and most of all, I just want to like have fun and challenge myself. So Las Vegas inbound, 21 weeks, starts today. Let's get to the gym and start this grind. I'll catch you guys after for a little recap and kind of exactly how I'm going to be structuring my training leading up to this. And yeah, we're just kind of at the bottom right now. We're at like the bottom of the pyramid. We're building a base, and we're going to kind of peak my strength come September. So should be fun. Come join me for the journey. I'll catch you at the gym.
ready to put in that work. This is my son's. All right, so I'm 21 weeks out, like I said, from my first like national strongman competition, and I'm gonna be training hard. Like I know I said I'm doing this like sometimes I think people say I'm just doing this to challenge myself. It's just about my beating me, but like that's also like not true. Like when I'm a competitive athlete, like I'm coming to win, even though this is brand new for me. Like my mentality is I'm gonna push myself very hard and I'm gonna give my best to win. And if I don't win, it's simply because I'm not good enough, not because I didn't try. Like I don't know. I'm not gonna go. That soft mentality. Everyone gets a trophy, a participation. Like I'm not about that. Like I'm about real competition. I've always have been. And I'm going to be training really hard. So, but yeah, this training block, or this, let's just talk a little bit about periodization. Again, I'm going to be peaking my strength in September. So it's towards the end of April right now. So we're really just building a base. I'm doing a lot of volume work, and bodybuilders, power lifters, strongmen, like honestly, when you're really far away from where competition, training should look very similar. Obviously there's gonna be some differences, but like everyone's, like you should be doing volume like what I just did, like sets of 8 to 10, even up to 15 and 20, just accumulating volume, practicing the movement, practicing the motor pattern, and it's not as stressful on the body. Like lower intensity, higher effort. Again, intensity and effort are not the same. Intensity is weight on the bar. Effort is like how hard you're trying, which are two very different things. So, these workouts right now are getting more challenging. I've done like a little progression on squats. I, did some volume at I did like 345 on squats, 365. Yesterday I was up at 385. Did like 4 sets of 9. Did some bench volume. And I'm just kind of building on that. And these are going to get much more intense. The sessions will be much more intense as the summer progresses. And when I say intense, I mean one thing. I don't mean laying on the floor breathing hard because I'm doing 1,000 reps. When I say intense, that means weight on the bar. The weight on the bar will increase. And when weight on the bar increases, it requires more nervous system drive. When you're doing volume work like I did yesterday, it's much more based on muscular fatigue and muscular failure, where when you're going for 1 and 2 RMs, like really heavy lifts, it's more nervous system based than muscular based. It's more, neurological. So essentially, like my periodized training is going to go from building a bulletproof body, trying to add some muscle mass by doing volume, to transitioning to much more intense workouts where I'm trying to recruit all of this muscle all at once to lift the most amount of weight possible. And then I'll also be doing much more event-specific training. I don't know what the events are yet. So I'm just doing like very general physical preparedness, GPP, like people like to call it. And so, yeah, I'm excited, man. I haven't done this kind of volume training in a long time, probably to my own detriment, and my joints and stuff are feeling much better. So, backing off on the intensity, doing more volume is certainly good for your body at times. And again, you have to lift heavy to be able to lift heavy. Like if I want to be able to, if I want to do well at this event, I'm going to have to peak my strength. But far away from the competition, like you don't want to start burning yourself out. You very much want to build. And then in September, you're using, you're using everything that you've been building on. And, you don't want to have like too many adrenaline dumps during training and all these things because you want to save it for competition day. So, yeah, I'll just leave it at that, man. We're just getting underway with this training. I know it's not too exciting right now. You just watch me, do some bench, do some squats, grunt on the bar, start, I'm just getting out my cathartic experience in the gym, but just doing some volume, sweating, preparing my body, preparing my mind for the intensity that is to follow. So, yeah, all right. Yeah, stay tuned. We'll be back with a lot of content to come. So I hope you guys had a good Easter. It was just Easter yesterday, and so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember what Easter is really about. If you haven't thought about it, remember what God did for you. All right, catch you in the next one.